Welcome to a world-class entertainment channel, produced by NTR, where you will get world-class quality videos and stories on different emotions. Feel the feels now. Let the entertainment begin.
Steve, a tourist from the United States, landed in Mumbai airport. He was excited to start his trip to India. He had heard so much about the country's rich culture and history, and he couldn't wait to experience it for himself. Steve's first stop was the Gateway of India. From there, he took a boat ride to see the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel. He visited Elephanta Caves. He spent the day swimming, sunbathing, and exploring the area. In the evening, he tried some famous street food of Mumbai like faluda, dosa and Mumbai's special cheese sandwich. He liked vada pav, a popular Indian snack that is made with a deep-fried potato patty and a spicy chutney. After that he came back to his room. Steve was relaxing in his room. He was taking a sip of ice-cold beer while watching beautiful view of Queen's Necklace from balcony. The next day, Steve took a day trip to Ahanta and Ellora Caves, two UNESCO World Heritage Sites that are located about 250 kilometers from Mumbai. The caves are home to a number of stunning Hindu and Buddhist sculptures and paintings that were created over a period of several centuries. After visiting the caves, Steve went to Kailash Temple, a Hindu temple that is located in the Ellora Caves. The temple is one of the most important Hindu temples in the world, and it is considered one of the marvels of creation. From there, Steve decided to go to Goa, a popular tourist destination that is known for its beaches, nightlife, and laid-back atmosphere. On his way to Goa, he drove through the beautiful Konkan region, which is known for its red sand roads, lush greenery, and hill roads. Steve decided to stay in Konkan for a couple of days. He spent his days exploring the area and hiking in the hills. One morning, he decided to visit a forest that was located just outside of the village where he was staying. As Steve was walking through the forest, he came across an old house. The house was abandoned and in disrepair, but Steve was drawn to it. He decided to go inside and explore. As Steve walked through the house, he felt a sense of unease. The house was dark and dusty, and it smelled like mildew. Steve started to hear strange noises, and he felt like he was being watched. Suddenly, Steve heard a loud crash. He turned around and saw a figure standing in the doorway for a fraction of a second. The figure was tall and thin, and it was wearing a long, white sari. The figure's face was hidden in the shadows, but Steve could see its eyes. The eyes were red and glowing, and they seemed to stare right into Steve's soul. Steve screamed and ran back up the stairs. He burst out of the house and ran into the woods. He didn't stop running until he was sure that the woman wasn't following him. Steve did not go back to that house. He didn't tell anyone what he had seen, but he knew that the woman was still there, and he knew that she would be waiting for him. The next day, Steve went back to the house. He knows that was a mistake, but he could not resist himself. He wanted to find out more about the woman. He went up to the door and knocked. The door opened, and the woman was standing there. She was still wearing the long, white dress. Her hair was still long and black, and it still covered her face. She was still rocking back and forth, and she was still moaning. Steve took a step towards her, and she smiled at him. Her teeth were still like knives. "Who are you?" Steve asked. "I am the Hakamari," the woman said. "I am the spirit of a woman who died in childbirth. I am here to haunt you." Steve screamed and ran away. He ran and ran until he couldn't run anymore. He collapsed on the ground, gasping for breath. Hakamari was following him and calling his name twice. "Steve, where are you? I am calling you, Steve. Look at me, I'm here." Steve looked at her, and that was a big mistake. The Hakamari was standing over him, smiling. "Now you can't run from me. You are mine, and I will not leave you." Steve closed his eyes and waited, but nothing has happened. After a few minutes, Steve opened his eyes. The Hakamari was gone. He puzzled. What happened? Hakamari was not there. He thanks God and came back to his hotel. But do you really think Hakamari was gone?
Subscribe for the world-class quality content. And don't forget to like and share. Thank you for watching our video.